Hey everyone, welcome to Nim's Choco Fantasy. Today I'll be showing you how to make sugar-free apple pie. There are many people who can't enjoy desserts as they are following some diet or due to some medical condition. I have uploaded many sugar-free desserts for you all. Try it out and enjoy. Though you can enjoy sugar-free desserts, always make sure to consume them in moderation and keep a check on your sugar levels. Let's see how to make this sugar-free apple pie. For this, take approximately 3 to 4 apples. Cut them into thin slices like this. Usually, apples like Granny Smith, Macintosh or any firm apples are used. Here I am using whatever I could find in the stores, but of course firm apples. After slicing all the apples, squeeze a lime on them, mix well and transfer this into a bowl. I had taken 8 apples as I wanted to make apple pie with sugar also. If you wish to see how to make that recipe, it's already uploaded. You can have a look at it. For this sugar-free apple pie recipe, I am taking only half of the apples. To this, add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 1.5 tablespoon sweetener. Here I am using xylitol, half a teaspoon freshly grated nutmeg, half tablespoon maida. Mix everything well. Keep this aside. Now we can start rolling the pie crust dough. This is my homemade pie crust dough that I am using here. I have already uploaded a video on this. I'll put the link in the description. This dough was resting in the fridge for 2 hours. Dust some flour on the surface and start rolling the dough. Cut a small portion of the dough and keep this aside. We'll be using this to make lattice on the apple pie. Roll out rest of the dough for the bottom portion. Turn the dough after every few rolls until you get a circle slightly larger than the pie dish that you are using. Carefully place this onto the pie dish. Here I am using a 7-inch dish with approximately 1.5 inch deep. Smoothen the dough with your fingers, but don't press it too hard. Now transfer all the filling into the crust. You might think that the filling is more, but more the filling, tastier the apple pie would be. Spread them and tuck them in tightly. Put small pieces of unsalted butter here and there. Keep this aside. Now we will make the lattice for the top portion. You can either make a lattice or roll out the dough and place it on top. If so, make a slit on the top with a knife. I am going to make a lattice. For this, roll out the dough and cut strips of dough using a pizza cutter or a sharp knife. Thread these strips over and under one another, pulling back the strips like weaving. You can do like how I am doing it here. While I am doing this, if you are new to my channel, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you will get notification whenever I upload a new video. If there is excess dough on the sides, trim it out and fold the dough inside. You can pinch the edges to stick the top and the bottom crust together. You can either crimp the edges using a fork or flute the pie crust like I am doing it here. Don't forget to give an egg wash. This is simply egg mixed with little bit of milk and water. This gives the crust a beautiful glossy golden sheen. Now sprinkle some sweetener on top. This will give a sweet crunch. Keep this aside and preheat your oven at 204 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. With some leftover dough, I cut out some butterflies to place it on top of the apple pie. This is completely optional. Place the pie dish in the preheated oven for 25 minutes. Then reduce the temperature to 190 degrees Celsius and bake for another 35 to 40 minutes. You might think that the baking time is more, but underbaking the pie means an unfinished filling with firm apples and paste-like flour. When the crust is golden and the filling is bubbling around the edges, the apple pie is done. If you see that the crust is getting darker before time, place an aluminum foil on top of the pie and continue baking. Once done, remove the pie from the oven and place it on a cooling rack and let it cool for at least 3 hours before slicing and serving. You can serve this with a dollop of unsweetened cream or a scoop of sugar-free ice cream, or you can enjoy it just like that. The juicy filling with crunchy crust complements each other really well. You can store the leftover pie at room temperature for 1 day, and if you are storing it in the fridge, it will stay good for up to 5 days. I served it with homemade sugar-free ice cream, and trust me guys, it tasted heavenly. This combination is out of the world. So that's it guys. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. See you again in the next video. Till then, bye bye.